You may say you are not you may say you are not Ahlul Tariqah. Yes, we may agree with you. But you say you are not a Sufi person. As far as Islam is concerned, then you don't know what you are doing. Islam is all about Sufism. But most of us, we don't know what Sufism is all about. That's why some people deny that. I mean, I'm not Sufi, I'm not doing Sufi. You have to do. So, and that's why we need to let people know what Sufism is all about in Islam. At-tasawwuf al-Islam, or at-tasawwuf al-Islami. In Islam, Maulana Shaykh Adam, Rahmatullah alayhi, Riyallahu ta'ala anhu, Baba said in one of his books, Ad-Dawah Tasawwuf Sufiya, Baba says Sufism are divided into three. We have At-Tasawwuf al-Ilmi, At-Tasawwuf al-Amali, At-Tasawwuf al-Falsafi. Baba said At-Tasawwuf al-Ilmi, anyone that is doing research on Islamic jurisprudence and Islamic knowledge in general, anyone that is doing research about Islam is research, all the rest are researchers. Our scholars that wrote many books, they are under At-Tasawwuf al-Ilmi. Those that are doing the Sufi under research. Those that are doing the Sufism, trying to invent new things, explain some science of tafsir, explain science of Tawheed in Islam. They are still Sufi people. And that's why all this Ibn Sina, all this Ibn Taymiyyah, even Ibn Taymiyyah himself, that the Salafi believe is the Malam, did not deny being a Sufi man. Yes. Ibn Taymiyyah, lived the same time with Shaykh Abdul Qadir. Go and check the history. Ibn Taymiyyah lived in the same time Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani was alive. Both of them live in the same time. Both of them are contemporary. They live in the same century, the same area in Iraq. Okay, whenever Ibn Taymiyyah want to refer to Shaykh Abdul Qadir, he will say Shaykhuna, our Shaykh. He never deny the potency, the level of socialism of Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani. It shows that even him recognize that Sufi, as far as Islam is concerned, is not denied. You can't deny it. Okay, I've just explained At-Tasawwuf al-Ilmi. Then we have At-Tasawwuf al-Amali. Those that are doing the Sufi with work, that do askar, and that's where we now get different tariqah. Okay, under At-Tasawwuf al-Amali, then we get different tariqah. We have tariqah Qadiriyya, tariqah Tijaniyya, tariqah Iskandariyya, tariqah Ikhlasiyya. According to scholars, we have around 313 different tariqah. Yes. More than 313 different tariqahs that we have. Iskandariya, Ikhlasiyya, Zazaliyya, Ahmadiyya, there are many. But tariqah Shaykh Ahmad Tijani, and according to the history we read, Mulana Shaykh Ahmad Tijani did many of these tariqah before Allah gave him his own. It's because what he gave him overpowered other turuq, other lines of tariqah. And that's why we see as if there's no another tariqah apart from tariqah Tijani, tariqah Qadiriyya. There are many of them. Now, what is Sufi? And then the next one is At-Tasawwuf At-Tasawwuf al-Ilmi, Tasawwuf al-Amali, Tasawwuf al-Falsafi. Yes. All those people teaching people about Islamic studies, Arabic, has to do those who teaching under the tenets of Islamic education are also practicing Sufi, but they are practicing the Sufi in terms of learning. Yes, and that's why you see some people, what he or she does is to do lecture here and there. But when you dream, you see him in a very high place, like Abdulbaqiy, like counter people like that, when he was alive. They did the Sufi in the line of lecture, guiding people. So Sufi is not what somebody will deny as a Muslim. As I'm not a Sufi person. When you claim not to be a Sufi person, you are indirectly tell us that you're not a good Muslim. Either you take it or leave it. Now, this is my analysis. Let's now go to book of Imam Shafi'i. Go and check Diwan Imam Shafi'i. Imam Shafi'i said, Fakihan, وصوفيا فكن ليس واحدا وإني وحق الله إياك أنصه فذلك قص لم يزل قلبه تقى وهذا جهول كيف زول جهل يسله. Imam Shafi said, Fakihan, be someone that understands fiqh, the Islamic jurisprudence, understand how to pray, how to fast, how to sleep, how to wake up, how to do tawammum, how to go to Hajj, how to pay zakat. Understand the tenet of Islamic jurisprudence very well. Fakihan. What Sufiyan? Imam Shafi. He said, what Sufiyan? Go and check it. This what I'm reading is in day one Imam Shafi. He said, what Sufiyan? And you must be a Sufi person. Imam Shafi said, Fakun laisa wa ahidan. Don't pick one and drop the other one. Fakihan. Be someone that understands Sharia. Let me come to the level. Fakihan. Be someone that understands Sharia. What Sufiyan? Be someone that is a Sufi person. Now, in this case, now just like Madrasah that divided Sufi into three, anyone you want to be, after you have done Sharia, then what Sufiya, you will be a Sufi person. It did not say what Tariqan, be a Tariqan. It's not compulsory to be a Tariqa person, but you must be a Sufi person. There's difference between tasawwuf and tatarruq. Okay, Imam Shafi'i was Sufiyan, and you must be a Sufi person. It's either you be someone that is teaching people about Islam, or someone that is doing some research to elevate and develop the knowledge of Islam, or let people know more about some people. These are our scholars like Ibn Sina that let us understand that there is science. There is science in Quran. Aha. Those people that let us learn that all the various science subjects, science courses we are learning today, they are under the guidance of Islam. Okay, all these people, they are practicing Sufi, and the Sufi they are practicing at-tasawwufu al-ilmi. At-tasawwuf al-fasafiyas. They are performing Sufi based on research about Islamic education. What Sufiyan? If you are not a researcher, an Islamic researcher, then you must be what Sufiyan is that you be a teacher of Islamic studies, teaching people about Islam. Then, if you cannot be that, then you be someone that is spending to elevate the Islamic tenets. The last one is if you cannot be this, then you have to be someone that is doing askar. This is the third level of Sufism. Under this at-tasawwuf al-amali, there's a Sufi that you have to do askar, that you have to do work. Al-amali mean work. Then you don't have different forms of Sufi, also Tijaniya, Qadriya, and so on. So if what I'm trying to elucidate here is if someone, a Muslim, open his mouth and say, I'm not a Sufi person, it's indirectly telling us that you're not a good Muslim. Because Rasulullah said, Ballag anni walau kana ayah. Tell people about Islam. Tell people about the message Allah has given me, even though it's one verse. So anyone that is doing lecture now, preaching about Islam, talking about Sharia, guiding people, if that person is also a Sufi person, either he or she accepts it or not. Now, let me now go back to we that we are practicing at Tasawwuf al-Amali, Sufi that has to do with work. Why are we doing that? There's no way you'll be guiding people, Allah will not guide that person. Except that person is not sincere. If that person is sincere, there's no way you'll be guiding people, Allah will not guide the person. And that's why if you are a lecturer of Islamic studies, or a lecturer that is teaching any course you are teaching, but you are promoting Islam, or you are someone that is doing research about Islam, or you are someone that is doing some askar one way or other, directly and indirectly, Allah will be elevating that person spiritually. That is the let me say the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah says, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Man jahada fina la na'diyannahu subulana." Man jahada fina, whoever strive in our way, whoever do one or two things to promote Islam, to promote humanity, to promote the tenet of Islam, Allah says, Lana adiyana subulana. We open different ways for him. Subul is plural of Sabil. Subulana, Allah says, we open different ways for that person. So in Islam now, I just want to emphasize this night that all Muslims are Sufi. They may not be Tariqa. Either they agree or not. Now, let's go, for us to understand more, let's go to this hadith number 2 of our collection. When Jibril came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Akhbirni an Islam, akhbirni an iman, akhbirni an lisan, akhbirni an sa'a." Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he sat down one day, and Jibril came. All of us who have heard that story before. Rasulullah sat down one day with Sahaba, and the man appeared. The man put on a white, clean cloth. His hair is very dark. Okay, the man is so neat that there's no sign of journey in him. The man came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The man came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He sat down with the Prophet. He put his hand on the Prophet's lamp, and he used his knee to touch the Prophet's knee. And he asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Akhbirni an al-Islam. Tell us about Islam. Akhbirni al-Iman. Tell us about Iman. Akhbirni al-Ihsan. Tell us about Ihsan." Scholars have agreed. If somebody say, and there's no Sufi in Islam, Sufi has never, there's no Islam doesn't recognize Sufi. Where is Sufi coming from? This is where we guide them. We don't need to abuse them. We need to guide them. They need to be guided. Wallahi, they need to be guided. Most of them don't know. And if you don't know, there's no way they will know. Only we explain to them. Okay. The first question that Jibril asked the Prophet ﷺ was, "Akhbirni an al-Islam." Tell us about Islam. Rasul answered him, and he mentioned the 5 pillars of Islam: al-Iman, al-Shahada, rather, al-Salat, al-Zakat, al-Hajj, al-Zakat. Rasul answered the angel Jibril that al-Islam, if you want to talk about Islam, is an antashhadan la ilaha illallah, to believe that Allah is one, wa anna Muhammad Rasulullah, and Muhammad is messenger of Allah. Wa iqamu salat, to pray 5 times daily, salat al-subuh, salat al-zuhr, salat al-asr, salat al-maghrib, salat al-isha. Wa ita'i zakat, to pay zakat. Wa sawm Ramadan, to fast the month of Ramadan. Wa hajj al-bayt, to go to Hajj. These 5 pillars of Islam, Rasulullah mentioned it as what? The definition for Islam. Now, one will now understand here that this Islam Rasulullah mentioned here, this is what scholars made the research on, and in terms to the knowledge of fiqh today. When we say fiqh today, those of us that will know about fiqh, we should go and research very well. All the knowledge of fiqh has to do with the 5 pillars of Islam. Okay, the knowledge of fiqh has to do with what? 5 pillars of Islam. There's no how big, how gigantic a book of fiqh is. It will not comprise more than how to pray, how to fast, how to do tayammum, how to do ablution, how to go to Hajj. Even though the book is 200,000 pages, as far as big fiqh book, nothing, it will not talk more than the 5 pillars of Islam. So al-Islam, Rasulullah mentioned that time, is what the scholar turned to al-fiqh today. They gave him another new name. So if you want to learn about Islam now, it's as if you are learning about fiqh. Angel Jibril asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Akhbirni al-Iman." Tell us about Iman. Rasulullah said, "Antumin billahi wal yawm al-akhir wa tumin bil qadar khayri wa shari, atumin billahi wa kitabihi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulihi wal yawm al-akhir wa tumin bil qadar khayri wa shari." He mentioned 6 articles of faith. Rasulullah said, when you want to believe, you want to have Iman, you have to believe in Allah, believe in the prophets of Allah, that's number 2, believe in holy books, that's number 3, believe in angels, believe in the day of judgment, and believe in Qadar. This is article of faith. is what scholars research on, and they deduce a knowledge called a tawhid. Okay, a tawhid today, the comprises of these 6 things I've just mentioned. Some people even go to university in an Arab world, to study tawhid. They are studying just these 6 things I mentioned. So al-iman also like answer there is what transformed to tawhid today, the knowledge of tawhid. I said Islam transformed to the knowledge of fiqh, and iman transformed to the knowledge of tawhid. Angel Jibril asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam again, "Akhbirna an ihsan." Tell us about ihsan. Rasulullah answered Angel Jibril and said, "Anta'budallaha ka'annaka tara, wa in lam takun tarahu fa innahu yaraka." He said, if you want to know al-ihsan, it's anta'budallaha, you worship Allah, ka'annaka tara, as if you are seeing Allah. Wa in lam takun tarahu, if you cannot see Allah, fa innahu yaraka, Allah sees you. This knowledge of ihsan is what transformed to be as tasawwuf today. When I say tasawwuf, knowledge of ihsan, that Rasulullah answered, it was that is what transformed to a tasawwuf today. So if somebody now asks us, and where do you see tasawwuf? It's not part of Islam. Ask him, where did he see fiqh? Did Rasulullah mention fiqh as a course or as a subject? No. What of tawhid? Rasulullah did not. Somebody, a scholar was telling me one day, where is Rasulullah calling himself Al-Sufi? The question I asked him that you cannot answer is, where Rasulullah calling Al-Fiqh? Tell me where Rasulullah calling himself Al-Tawhid. All these things are just names that we use to transform those knowledge. The way we transform the knowledge of Islam to be Tawhid Al-Fiqh today, the way we transform the knowledge of Al-Iman, Rasulullah answered that time to be a Tawhid today, is the same way we transform the knowledge of Islam to be a Tasawwuf. So Sufi is part of Islam. That's where I'm going. Whoever denies the concept of Sufi in Islam, there are 2 things here. So that person is ignorant, or that person is arrogant. One of the two. So that is ignorant of it, or is arrogant to accept the truth. So Sufi is Islam. Islam is Sufi. It's as if someone is saying he can pray without ablution. You can't move closer to Allah without being a Sufi person. There's no way, there's nothing you can do. Because you will not indirectly, you will not worship Allah sincerely, you will not do your Islam in the right direction. If you pray fast in the month of Ramadan, wake up in the midnight and pray, do sadaqah, do sarah you want to do, and you fail to advise people, call people to Islam, you are not a good Muslim. And that is one of the work of Sufi. Okay, being a Sufi person, it is what every Muslim should anticipate to be. It is what every Muslim must try as much as possible to find himself in his direction. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is guiding us. Allah says, "Ista'inu bis-sabri was-salah, wa innaha lakabiratun illa 'alal khashi'in." Assalamu alaikum. Alhamdulillah. Our father has come. We welcome him.